City Vice Mayor of Surigao City, Alfonso S. Casura, Lieutenant General Greg T. Almerol, Commander of the Eastern Mindanao Command, Armed Forces of the Philippines, employees and officials from the local and national government, uniformed personnel, participating NGOs, students, Freemasons, and the media personnel. Ladies and gentlemen, mga batang Surigaonon, maradyaw na buntag sa ato tanan. Today, we join the whole nation in commemorating the 125th Independence Day of the Republic of the Philippines. We have been celebrating this significant occasion to remember our right to freedom and independence in the past 6 decades since 1962. When then President Diosdado Macapagal moved the Independence Day celebration to July 4 to June 12 of 1898, the day when President Emilio Aguinaldo proclaimed independence of Philippines from Spain. Why do we celebrate Philippine Independence Day? This day inspires us to dwell in the memory of the Filipino patriots who fought for our freedom, to bear witness to their struggles against inequality and subjugation perpetuated by foreign colonizers. A day to remind us that the 3-century-long battle has ended, giving way to blossoming of a free nation capable of self-rule, being unchained from external restraints. But the saddening reality is that despite our sovereignty, we remain shackled by our own way of thinking. The inequalities of society, which our forefathers have fought so hard against, still exists up to this day, now being carried by our fellow men and by ourselves because of our failure to appreciate our individuality and essential dignity. As City Mayor, I am humbled by the thought that I am only here to serve you all. I am placed here to express the will of the people, that I am not to be served, but to serve the interests of the people, being elected by their will and the will of God. Yes, I am merely a representation of the people's trust, which I deeply value and whose weight I willingly carry on my shoulders. As we enjoy our independence and our rights as a free nation, allow me as your city mayor to encourage everybody to maximize our freedom by demonstrating these 3 ideas. First, let us exercise our personal autonomy and individual rights responsibly. Each of us needs to live a life wherein we can choose freely the things that we want to believe and pursue. For the students here, it could be the freedom to choose your course or your career. For adults, it could be the freedom to choose where you want to live, how do you want to spend your time, or who do you want to spend your life with. This is the freedom to live our life to the fullest and see ourselves as God sees us, that you are valuable as any other person in the world. However, let us be cautious and responsible in exercising our rights, because we do not want to encroach on the rights of other people. This leads me to my next point. Let us protect the rights of others and show equal respect to the people. As I mentioned earlier, most of the time, we place the value of human beings based on their social status. This might compel us to give favorable attention to someone while disregarding the other person. If you are of high rank or someone in power, how do you use your authority? In your own business, how well do you treat your employees? For your parents, how is your relationship towards your children? For us, working in the government, how well do we serve our constituents? Let us treat each other as equals who must be respected and attended without partiality. And lastly, all of us should exercise our democracy and establish a deep sense of nationalism. Living in a free and democratic country entails the responsibility to partake in nation building. This starts with having a strong sense of pride towards our identity as Filipinos. Knowing our history, loving our culture and our local products, and observing the laws that are in place to protect the lives, interests, and rights of other people. This can be as simple as obedience to traffic laws, practicing waste segregation at our source, or compliance with government regulations. Let us do our part as fellow Filipinos to enrich our country so that it will become a better place to live in for the present and future generations. We all have our role to play in sustaining and expanding our freedom as individuals and as a nation. We may not be able to do things to commensurate to the sacrifices of our fallen heroes or pay them back for what they did. But what we can do now is to pay it forward by responsibly practicing our personal rights and autonomy, treating our people with equal respect and showing love for our country. We have been enjoying our independence for 125 years, but can we really say that we have been fulfilling it? The people still cry against hunger, unemployment, crimes, corruption, government red tape, and other things that prevent them from attaining the kind envisioned by Filipinos. Matatag, maginhawa, at panatag na buhay. These are the present battles that we must overcome. An ato selebrasyon kuman nagpahinumdum na dili ra sa ato kagahapon apan nagpahinumdum sab ini sa mga butang na kinahanglan nato buhaton kuman. Kita tanan, jaoy kaya nato mahimo para sa isig katawo. Mga tanan mga ahensya o mga opisina sa gobyerno, jaoy kinahanglan solusyonan na mga problema para ang mga tao makalingkawas sa mga butang na nagpalisod sa ila. Dapat kita maghimo ng mga ehemplo sa pagkalingkawas sa kada isa sa ato pinaagi sa paghatag og respeto og dignidad ng tao o pagwagtang sa mga mentalidad nga magpaubos sa ato panlantaw sa ato isig ka Pilipino. Isip sakop sa gobyerno, tabangan nato ang mga katawhan na magkalingkawas sa kawadon pinaagi sa paghatag ng pulido o dekalidad na serbisyo. Mag-iban kita sa paglingkawas o panlingkawas ng kada isa sa ato para sa ato kaugmaon. Mahimo kita bahin sa kagahapon pinaagi sa paghingas karon para sa kaugmaon. Sa ato tanan, maradyaw na pagsaulog ng kalayaan. Mabuhay ang mga Pilipino, mabuhay ang mga Surigao.